The Marvel Cinematic Universe holds a special place in my heart for creating some of my favorite movies and characters over the past 11 years. I have loved all the Marvel movies, and even though there have been some mediocre films along the way, they have still delivered and told an amazing story. This video I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite MCU films. So, let's get it started. At number 5, we got Iron Man, the film that started it all. Iron Man is such an amazing film that kicked off something super special, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At first glance, Iron Man seems like a generic superhero film, but after I rewatched it recently, I realized just how great it truly is. I love seeing the growth of Tony Stark, a rich playboy who manufactures weapons, but after seeing the damage his weapons do, he decides to change. We truly see character growth in this film, and see such a great development of a hero. Although the villain wasn't necessarily the strongest in this film, I still think he was better than a lot of the other villains that appeared later on in the MCU. I loved Iron Man 1, I thought it was a great film, and it just holds a special place in my heart knowing it kicked off this 11-year journey. At number 4, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now this may surprise some people, but man, I love this movie so much. It holds such a special place in my heart for the amount of detail and thought put into it, and how much it taught me about family and the dynamics of people. I've heard the saying before about this movie that I think fits it perfectly. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a character study disguised as a comic book movie. There's so many beautiful scenes in this movie, and I am honestly so happy James Gunn is coming back for Volume 3, because I was devastated when I heard he was leaving. He adds a new layer to Marvel movies, and he knows how to make characters connect on such a personal level. If you want examples of such great character scenes, look no further. Man, just talking about this movie makes me want to go watch it again.
When you're ugly and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are. Beautiful people never know who to trust. Those pools, they remind me of a time when I took my daughter through the forgotten lakes of my homeworld. She was like you.
Disgusting.
Innocent.
I don't need you always trying to beat me!
I'm not the one that just flew across the universe just because I wanted to win.
Do not tell me what I want!
I don't need to tell you what you want, it's obvious!
You were the one who wanted to win, and I just wanted a sister! You were all I had. You were the one who needed to win. Thanos pulled my eye from my head, and my brain from my skull, and my arm from my body. Because of you.
What I'm trying to say here is sometimes that thing you're searching for your whole life, it's right there by your side all along. You don't even know it.
So yeah, Volume 2 comes in at number 4, and I personally enjoy it more than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Or, not Volume 1, just Guardians of the Galaxy. At number 3, we got Avengers Endgame, the culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Avengers Endgame is such an amazing film and such a satisfying conclusion to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's story. I love this movie so much. The amount of amazing moments in here and the amount of tears I shed will never be forgotten, and Avengers Endgame was an experience to remember. The score by Alan Silvestri is probably one of my favorites in the entire MCU, and it added so much weight to such memorable scenes. I guess I could say spoiler alert, but the spoiler ban is already lifted. The fan service in this film, with Cap picking up Thor's hammer, all the Avengers together, and Cap saying Avengers Assemble, callbacks to all the older films. Oh man, Endgame was a movie for the fans who have dedicated 11 years of their life to watching these films and falling in love with these characters. It was such a perfect send-off to the original 6 Avengers, and it does an amazing job of bringing stories full circle. We saw Cap get his happy ending, and we saw Tony make the sacrifice play and have a kid. We saw 11 years of hard work come together in a love letter to all Marvel fans, and I am forever grateful for the experience Avengers Endgame gave me. Number 2, we got Avengers Infinity War. Now, the reasons I personally feel like Avengers Infinity War beats Endgame is down to rewatchability. I've already seen Infinity War 10 times over the past year and a bit, and I honestly would still love to watch it again. It is 2.5 hours of non-stop action and amazing storytelling, amazing character interactions, a terrific score, and some of my favorite action set pieces. The film built up so many amazing new stars that carry Marvel forward into a new generation, and also set up the original 6 for great things that come in Endgame. Infinity War is one of the most fun, yet tragic, and well-made films in my personal opinion. The fact that it could give everyone a moment to shine and balance them out is great, and I crafted my favorite villain of all time, Thanos. I love Infinity War, and it will always hold a special place in my heart as one of my favorite movies. But number 1, we got Captain America the Winter Soldier. So I've been tasked with the challenge to explain why Captain America the Winter Soldier is my favorite superhero film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So here's why. Captain America is the most amazing protagonist. In the film, we learn just what makes Captain America such an amazing and layered character. He always wants to fight for what is right and do what he knows in his heart is the right thing. He's challenged by a world that is rapidly changing, looking to punish people who haven't even had the opportunity to make the right decision. Captain America is fighting for the good in people. He's fighting for people because Cap has hope that people are better than the world makes them out to be. The side characters are amazing. Black Widow is the perfect sidekick for Cap in this movie. Their chemistry is something so amazing, and seeing their friendship growth over the film is so believable and well done. Falcon also serves a great role in this film. We see how a regular soldier who looks up to Captain America is so inspired by him that he's willing to risk his life to help him take down Hydra. Nick Fury plays his role perfectly in this film. We learn that he always has a trick up his sleeve and he has a whole lot of secrets and he's great at keeping them. While Alexander Pierce is a great villain, the Winter Soldier really is the one who deserves the praise. The reason why I'm so sold on Bucky as a villain is because of his connection to Steve. We really see just how much Bucky meant to Steve and what Steve is willing to do to get his friend back. We feel Steve's pain in this movie. He hasn't seen his friend in over 70 years, and he thought he saw his friend die in front of his own eyes, but he's re-emerged as a Hydra agent, the enemy. Steve isn't just fighting in this movie to save the world, he's fighting to save his friend. We feel the stakes in this movie. There is tension, people die, we realize everything we knew was corrupted by lies. It's just such a great story. I'll go into more detail about one particular scene Wednesday in The Price of Freedom is High, one marvelous scene. Yes, it is coming. But yeah, I love this movie so much. Anyway, that took a lot longer than the other ones, but I just want to get my point across. I love all these movies, and honestly, some days the order could even move around. They all hold such a special place in my heart, and they're all so great. But anyways, that's my top 5, and I want to hear your guys' in the comment section down below, so let me know. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm Avention, and I'm out for now.